So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back again. It is game number 2 between DieStar and Tarson. Now I forgot to put up the scoreboard overlay. So let's just be reminded, Tarson is currently up 1-0 against DieStar. And Tarson was just playing really, really good from the first moment on. He was moving in with his 3 Vikings and the Raven with the point defense drone, just being able to kill so many Vikings. So he was able to have some vision on the high ground, and with unopposed Vikings he was able to do quite some damage with the siege tanks, and from that point on in the game he was just able to get more and more and more ahead, which finally won him the game. So last game I showed you what the meaning is for the word kurva. Means something like bitch or whore. Now word number 2 is a little bit more easy to learn from the Polish language, which is idiota. Nothing else to say about that? So we have DieStar actually here spawning in the bottom right location as the purple Terran player. Meanwhile in the top left we have Tarson here as the yellow Terran. So same colors, cross positions this time. They're spawning not next to each other, so of course a lot of possibilities in terms of expanding are given here. So DieStar moving in with this SCV of course won't get far. Did he spot the SCV by Tarson? Most likely I think so, because is the Terran player, if you want to go for a super fast expansion, you wall off here. You have your Marines already at the big ramp at the natural, so this SCV has been taken out. But DieStar, he is going for a Reaper. Tarson was the one with the Reaper last time. Now DieStar is the one with the Reaper this time, and even though DieStar is going for his command center as well, he's behind like 30 seconds. He's building his command center on the high ground. Meanwhile, Tarson is building his command center directly on the low ground. He's got 2 Marines at the top. He's got 2 Marines here at the natural, and 2 Marines is actually all you need if you want to get rid of a Reaper. And looks like DieStar pausing the game because he likes to pause games. Maybe he wants to emulate a little bit of the MLG feeling. Of course, a lot of stuff there is possible. But I have no idea. And actually, yeah, DieStar said, let's resume the game. Tarson said, go right ahead, so here we go. By the way, both guys going for the expansion, but not both guys going for the factory. We see DieStar going for 2 factories. Meanwhile, Tarson is going here for 1 factory. The Reaper was able to take out this 1 Marine, so he knows to send down another Marine, but not all of the Marines, because do only defend with what you need to defend. No need to have, for example, 30 Marines to kill a single Marine. No need to have 50 Mutalisks to kill a single Zergling. 2 Marines against the Reaper are fine. 3 Marines are okay. 4 are more than enough. So, we see Tarson here going for a tech lab on the factory, reactor on the barracks, going for 2 more barracks here in the back. I really like this barracks positioning, because when DieStar decided to spot by, for example, a scanning in this area, he most likely will see something like that, which I marked now, which I boxed right now. So okay, a tech lab with a factory, and if he's not seeing anything like a Hellion which is getting produced, because Tarson is going for the Blue Flame Hellion, maybe he assumes Tank Viking once again by Tarson, and let's see where this is going. Meanwhile, at the same time, DieStar just going for the pure barracks build here. I mean, 3 barracks finished, 2 more in production. This factory just finished, going for most likely for a reactor, and indeed a reactor it is, because next to the factory the starport is being produced. So let's see what is he able to accomplish with the Blue Flame Hellions, and I'm a little bit worried that he I'm not sure. I only read a slider. Maybe someone in the chat will be able to translate this for us. I know that for a fact we have a lot of, and I have a lot of Polish players and Polish viewers here. So shout out to Poland, great neighbor country from Germany. So there we have some translations going on. Thank you very much. Looks like I was a little bit wrong. And anyway, so a slider, by the way, will be the one who is the next opponent in the semifinals of either DieStar or Tarson. And looks like those two guys are thinking. I won't just comment on this anymore. I'm just going for more for the gameplay because I'm getting distracted a little bit more and I'm just a little bit too afraid of doing any more mistakes in terms of translating. So, Dice are checking both the Zaunaga Watchtower. Tarson will lose his marine, no problem. Of course, what about the Hellions? And he's just incorporating the Blue Flame Hellions in the main army composition. The Blue Flame is already finished, and of course, by DieStar here, having mainly Marines right now, those Blue Flame Hellions, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I really remembered one game where Beastie, for example, was playing against DieStar, and he just went mass Blue Flame Hellion on Scrap Station. He faked the Banshee play, and then just went super mass Blue Flame Hellion, just roasted and toasted all the Marines DieStar had. And DieStar now moving out with so many Marines. I mean, he's got the combat shield, not even finished 30 seconds, not even started 30 seconds ago. With so many Blue Flame Hellions here by Tarson. Tarson on the top, doing so much damage. Now, of course, Tarson will be forced to use some of the SCVs to buy his Marines more time, but this is all the time he needed because now all the SCVs are dead. DieStar barely able to pick the rest up, and now let's see how much damage was DieStar able to do here to the mule going down in how much damage he was able to accomplish with this attack. Meanwhile, at the same time, Tarson was going for a Blue Flame Hellion drop here in the back of DieStar's base, but DieStar was pulling his SCV away in time, so both guys lost some SCVs, and actually the trade is a pretty even one. 33-33, but I think in terms of units lost, Tarson might be the one a little bit more behind. Let's see if this is true. And no, actually, this is not true. DieStar being behind 300 resources, but 300 resources after nearly 12 minutes is not enough. Meanwhile, Tarson going for another Blue Flame Hellion drop here. Now this time he's not attacking at the bottom, but there at the top of the base is most likely will do a drop here at the natural of a DieStar's bases. So, and looks like DieStar at the same time is about to move out. How many forces does Tarson have? Only Marines and Hellion, and they really like this is Marine Hellion Medivac against Marine Marauder Medivac. Interesting army composition. So now Tarson dropping his Hellions, and there are the SCVs clumped up together. Actually he was able to take out like 4 or 5 in the mule, but that's basically about it. But at the same time he's dropping some Marines in the back of DieStar, now taking care of this engineering bay, which is produced, of course, delaying an engineering bay against the Terran player who just goes Marine Marauder Medivac is a good thing to have, but at the same time now DieStar is about to move out. I prepared everything here for the ultimate viewing experience, but apparently DieStar decided to pull back here with his forces. Of course, from time to time this happens. So Tarson pulling back with his Medivac as well after doing some significant damage here. And once again, he was able, DieStar is now only able to relocate his STV, so this harassment of Tarson was actually cutting into the economy of DieStar quite a lot, and that's why we see a difference here in terms of supply. But now both guys are stimming up against each other, Hellion Marine against Marine Marauder, but now Tarson added here two more siege tanks, and there we see more guys just getting destroyed. More Marauders, more Marines, and Tarson just ripping through the rest of the army here of DieStar thanks to Avantgarde, or is it actually Avantgarde? Yeah, Avantgarde for giving us the translation, and apparently DieStar was saying that Tarson was lucky with his build, and I mean, Tarson executed it quite well at the beginning. He was just barely able to hold this Mars Marine attack off by sacrificing a lot of SCVs, but in the meantime, Blue Flame Hellion drop in the back, Blue Flame Hellion drop at the natural, Marine drop in the back, meanwhile constantly producing more stuff and going for another expansion. Tarson just outplayed DieStar here, winning 2-0, and now will play against Slider in the semi-finals. So yeah, that's about it, and congratulations to him. Let's see if the semi-final Tarson against Slider is about to start pretty soon.